All right, friends, today I'm going to show you how you can open a second account inside your Interactive Brokers account. Now, you may want to do this for various reasons, maybe just to have a separate portfolio for a specific purpose, or more importantly, like many of us becoming parents, myself included, very soon, looking forward to that, are actually setting up that account in the name of my kid. Now, technically, it's still going to be under your name. Unfortunately, outside the US, Interactive Brokers does not allow custodial accounts where you can set it up in the name of your children yet. So you have to set up a separate account. It's going to be under your name, but it's going to be in a way separate. So later on, you can transfer it to your children or sell it or whatever you want to do with it, right? So that's the beauty of it. Unfortunately, in Europe, we don't really have so many other options. And again, since I really value Interactive Brokers, one of the most trusted and globally available brokers in the world, plus the fact that I'm personally moving around the world, I don't know where I'm going to be living in 5 or 10 years, right? So I want to have a broker that can move with me, which Interactive Brokers is definitely the one. When I moved from Europe to the UAE, I just informed them, and literally next day, they transferred my account to the UAE entity without me having to sell anything. And that's really powerful, right? Because as your portfolio grows, you want to keep things streamlined and not be forced to sell, pay the taxes, move somewhere else. That's not really efficient, and that's not how you compound your portfolio in the best possible way. So that's why I love Interactive Brokers. Made many videos about it. You find a playlist if you want to check it out. If it's just starting off, it can be a bit overwhelming at first, but once you get a hang of it, it's really powerful. And yeah, in this video, let's really dive into how you can set up a separate account, because a lot of people ask me how to actually do it. And once again, it's not really as intuitive as you would hope on the platform. So that's why I'm going to show you how it's done. So here we are inside my Interactive Brokers account. If you don't have one yet, then definitely feel free to use my link down in the description below to get yourself started and have your first Interactive Brokers account. There's no monthly fee, no minimum deposit, so you can just set it up and start playing around with it. Once you're inside over here, it's actually a little bit hidden. So instead of any of those settings over here, you actually have to go to that little icon at the top right over here. And from here, you want to click on settings and then scroll down a little bit. And I know, again, this can be a little bit overwhelming first time you see that. And it even took me a moment to find that option. So it's under trading over here. You can see that. And then you see the option of open an additional account. So that's what you want to be clicking on. So you have all these different options over here, institutional accounts as well. So maybe you want to give access to an institutional investor on your behalf. You can do that as well. And some other ones over here. So you can see a lot of options. But we actually want to choose the first one, individual brokerage accounts. And here you can choose between individual or joint. So that really depends on you. So you can set up a single account that's owned by 2 account holders. So maybe you want to set it up together with your wife to have control of it, but the second one has to be an adult. So the second one cannot be a kid, right? A minor, less than 18 years old. So in this case, again, depends on how you have your finances. But in my case, I have my individual Interactive Brokers account. So I would be setting up an individual single account owned by a single account holder, which is me. So go ahead, click on select, and then it will say over here, complete additional account application. That's the pending account ID. So in this case, just go ahead and click on finish application. And here already it kind of pre-populated a lot of the details with your existing account details. So it makes it a little bit easier. You don't have to completely start from scratch again. So yeah, you want to confirm your number, go through the account type, which one you want to have, margin or cash. So this obviously depends on your personal needs, but I'm sticking with cash because I don't want to take a margin on my kid's account, right? So I'm just going to change it back to cash, the same what I have on my own personal account. And then you can answer some questions, investment objectives, intended purpose of trading, depends on your own needs. But if it's for your kid, obviously I want to have growth and preservation of capital and income generation. I guess that one as well. It doesn't really matter too much. It's just to kind of give an idea to Interactive Brokers of what to expect from your account. You can also choose some additional products if you wanted to, such as future options, mutual funds, complex traded products, etc. But yeah, this is not for me relevant. Then of course, it pre-populated whatever you filled previously on your own account. So that pulls it up over here as well. So I'm happy with this. Stock yield enhancement program. If you want, you can enable it, but I don't want, because technically there's a slightly higher risk. If you buy some popular shares that are being bought, you might make a little bit of money on this. But in my case, again, I'm not here to maximize the returns. I'm just, want to set it up for the next 18, 20 years for my kid. So I'm not really into this too much. And then from here, just click on continue. Once again, it kind of highlights all the details of the account. So just go through, make sure everything is correct and updated. So it's really the address where you live currently. If you move to another country, definitely update your Interactive Brokers account. It's very easy. It will move it across. Just write to the support team and they will move you to another entity, and they're globally available, but make sure you use the correct entity, because Otherwise, I've seen people getting into trouble with that later down the road. Then just click that you agree to all the agreements. You can go through if you wanted to, or pop them into ChatGPT and ask it to summarize. But honestly speaking, look at all of those. I mean, I trust Interactive Brokers, so I'm not going to bother to read individually all of them, but you could. And then all you do is just type your name over here as a signature to confirm account opening. Click on continue and boom, they said they're setting up my account. It will only take a few minutes. You can see over here the progress bar. So it takes a few minutes and the account will be set up. All right, now it says we need more information to set up your account. All right, so let's click on continue application. Well, they're going to ask me to once again verify my address and identity. So click on continue. That looks okay from the system, pre-populated. And then you can select streamlined verification. That way it will use your phone to determine where you're based. But in my case, actually, right now, I'm not based in the UAE as I'm doing this from Europe. So unfortunately, I can't do this. So I have to do probably manual document upload. All right, so they got my document, so they will try to verify it. So I guess I gotta have to wait for it. And guys, sadly, it's not my day. I don't know what I'm doing. They're saying automated systems cannot process your bank statements also. I mean, it's a bank PDF statement and it's not going through. So I don't know. So once again, I have to submit it for manual review, unfortunately. So it should take hopefully not more than a couple of hours because actually in the US, is Independence Day coming up, so they may not be working. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it will be soon done.
So here we are after a day of review. It finally got approved. And now you can see when I log in, that's basically the account, right? This is my main account. And underneath I have the second account, which has been created. So that's the one you can basically use, for whatever purpose. Obviously, right now it has this account name. You can actually go into settings over here to change it. Just go ahead, click on settings, select which settings you want to change. In this case, obviously, it's going to be that one over here, continue. And then you can come down over here to account alias and then call it whatever. In my case, let's say child1, as I haven't revealed the name of the kid yet, but just for demonstration purposes, click on save, boom, done. So now you see here, obviously, your own personal account. And of course, your child's account. You can add 2, 3 other accounts if you have more children or whatever it is, right? If you were to set up recurring buys, which of course I would recommend you for your children, right? So you go into that and then once again, it will ask you for which account you want to set it up. In this case, of course, the child's account. And then you go ahead and do the usual process, which I've done a separate video about. You can check it out. But yeah, that's pretty much as straightforward and easy as it is to set up children's account inside Interactive Brokers without any additional fees.
Probably what I will do is a part 2 and show you how I actually invest and set up my investing account inside of Interactive Brokers for my kid, because I'm actually going to set up a recurring investment scheme where I pick one ETF, most likely the S&P 500 ETF, set up a monthly recurring investment for that ETF, because not weekly. Personally, I invest on a weekly basis, but here, because obviously commissions will eat into the returns, I will set up a monthly buy, and then every single month it will trigger that automated buying order in that portfolio. And then I can switch between my personal and my kids' portfolio. Or again, if you want to use that for any other means or whatever it is, you can do that. So that's how you set up an account. So in the future video, I will show you how you can actually access the account and start investing inside of it. And if you do enjoy this kind of content and want more of it on a weekly basis, then definitely make sure to join my newsletter, which I send out on a weekly basis. You find the link to it in the description below, where I share some tips and tricks, all things money, personal finance and investing, as well as some personal and market updates. So definitely check it out. If you have any questions about any of the things I've shown you today, pop them in the comments down below. Happy to hear from you. Next up, check out this video right here. As always, thanks for watching. Stay healthy, get wealthy. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.